How is it going, guys? We are going to be working on the WRX today. We already installed a spoiler in the rear, but the front needs some loving as well, even though I think it's the better looking out of the two. It just needs a little bit more aggression. So we're going to be installing a new front lip. Inside this box, we've got the Aeroflow Dynamics V2 front lip. You guys might be wondering how there is a front lip in this small box. Well, it's a three-piece design, which makes it a lot more cost-effective to ship, which means it's less expensive for you to buy. Plus, because it's a three-piece design, if you happen to damage one portion of the lip, you can just buy a replacement for that piece instead of having to buy a whole new front lip, which makes this a great option for a daily driver. So let's go ahead and open up the box, put it together, and get it installed on the car. We've got, of course, the three pieces of the lip here. This is the middle portion. And then we've got the two sides. This is the passenger side and the driver's side. All right, so we're gonna take this hardware that is included and put this thing together. I've got the lip flipped over, and if we look at one of the outer portions here, you can see these two extensions. And then on the middle portion, we have these two slots that go over those extensions like so. And if we look at the hardware kit, we've got two types of screws, longer self-tappers and the shorter silver ones. These are what we're gonna be using to put the lip together, and these are what we'll use to install it on the car. We'll get these two screws installed on this side and move over to the other side. Now, I do recommend when you're installing any of these screws to use hand tools. It gives you a better feel as to when it's tight, so you don't risk stripping out the threads. Since this is plastic, you don't want to just continue to tighten it. Also keep in mind that these holes are slotted, so you want to make sure that this portion's pushed all the way over so you don't have a huge gap here. Obviously the same thing on this side. And now it's ready to go on the car. One thing I want to show you guys before I get this installed on the car, on the underside of the lip, it's actually marked each location where you want to install these self-tappers. There'll be little small dimples like that. One right there and one right there, all across the lip. So what you can do is get this pressed up against the front bumper and use these self-tappers to go through the lip and into the bumper. Or in my case, what I'm gonna do is actually drill out each of those locations to make it a little bit easier, so I don't have to go through the material of the lip with the self-tapper. I just need to go into the bumper. I don't know what it is about my luck or how I didn't notice this before. I was kind of in a rush to get home from California. But if you look closely right here, there is a hole in my bumper. This car did have an OEM front lip installed that I had Aeroflow Dynamics remove before I picked up the car, because I knew I was going to be installing a bunch of different lips on here. But it seems the same dealer that over-torqued my wheel locks also drilled through the front bumper. Now, for me personally, not a huge deal because we're gonna be replacing these anyway, but it definitely does suck to see. For those of you that always ask, or if you're wondering, the lift that I use is the QuickJack 5000 TL, probably one of the best purchases that I have ever made. It makes working on my cars a hell of a lot easier. The way I usually install lips if I don't have a helping hand is with 4 jacks underneath the car, put the lip on top of the jack so it's pressed up against the car, and then put some painter's tape on the lip to hold it into place. Obviously I only have 2 jacks here because 4 of them are being used for the FRS currently. but I've got the bucket and a couple pieces of wood. And I also had a full-size lip box laying around, so I put that on top as a platform. Now all I need to do is take the lip, slide it into that gap, line it up, and then we can use the tape to tape it onto the car, get everything underneath out of the way, and install it using these self-tappers. It's all taped up, so let's get this stuff out of the way. Let's do a quick fitment check before we start screwing things into place. End of the lip lines up with the end of the bumper there. Same thing on the other side, hopefully. Yep, same thing on the other side. We'll check this little divot portion here. It's kind of dark, so you guys are probably not gonna be able to see that, but once I screw that into place, there's gonna be no gap there. Maybe you'll be able to see on this side. So same thing on this side. Everything is lining up, so I'm gonna get underneath the car and start screwing this into place. All right, here goes nothing, guys. Again, using hand tools, because if you use power tools, it's gonna be very likely you're gonna strip out the plastic of the bumper. And we also want to make sure to double check the alignment of the lip to make sure it is where we want it to be. Wish me luck. Oh man. One down. Using hand tools is very tiring though, I will say that. Oh, it's so hot. Just 3 screws in, I am questioning the use of hand tools. I'm so lazy. We're getting there though. 11 more left. I will say, I am very much enjoying the fitment on this lip. My forearms are absolutely on fire, but we were so close. We did it. Let's take this tape off. Ugh. All right guys, it's getting dark out. I need to go grab some dinner, but bright and early tomorrow morning, I'm gonna take the car out, get you guys some B-roll shots so you can see how it looks. But I can already tell you right now, this thing is looking sexy as hell with the new lip installed. The new front lip looks crazy good. It absolutely changes the front end of the car, gives it a much more aggressive and mean appearance to it. I certainly prefer this over the OEM one because I like how uniform and flat it is all the way across. Now, I'll be honest, I wasn't sure if I was gonna be on board with the 3-piece lip design because you can obviously see the 2 seams where it connects together. But after seeing it installed on the car, those seams actually line up with the seams of the fog light bezels, and it doesn't actually bother me like I thought it would. When you weigh the pros and cons, this is certainly a fantastic option. Like I said, if you happen to damage a section of the lip, you can just get a replacement for that section instead of having to buy a whole new front lip. Luckily, the car is at stock ride height right now, so I don't have to worry too much about scraping the lip, but we'll see how long that lasts. Let me know what you guys think. Comment down below. If you guys want to pick one of these up for yourself, the link is down in the description. You can use my code KevinVo to get 5% off. Also, let me know what else you guys would like to see done to the car. We have lots to do, and if you guys are enjoying the content, make sure you hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.